How's it going, everyone? Gringo back here for another Extreme Z area video, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of the newer ones, the Goku and Friends Are Back, that just came out last week. Now you'll see it in the background right here. It will have both the Tarble and the Gotenks that you're going for, and the good thing about this one is you don't have to go to 7 different story events to get all the characters. If you go over to story here, you are going to have to scroll down quite a bit though. Maybe about 15-ish times. So keep going until you see Goku and Friends Are Back right there. Now I'm going to talk about it a little bit real quick for what you will need out of this event. But the first thing that I am going to absolutely recommend is get a team of fusion characters that you will see in the background right here. To get those bonuses, you are going to want them. If you want to get this Tarble and Gotenks completely maxed out, Super 15, 100% hidden potential, then it is going to be a grind for this event. So, just to go over a little bit of what you will need, just to show the kind of grind, in the stage 1 right here, you are going to need 2,000 of these small radishes. In stage 2, you're going to need to collect 19 copies of the SR Tarble. In stage 3, you are going to need to collect 60 of these awakening medals. And in stage 4, you are going to need to collect another 19 copies of the Gotenks. Now, the characters overall, for upgrading them, it should be pretty straightforward if you've done one of these before. If not, I'll just go over it real quickly. So you are collecting 19 copies, because you will want to use 10 of them to get one to super rank 10, which is going to be your main one. You are going to need another 5 copies and get a secondary copy to super rank 5. The other 4 copies will sit on the side for now because those are going to be used to unlock the character's hidden potential. So what you will do is you will take the super rank 10, you will get it up to a UR. You will use the other 4 copies that are just super rank 1 to unlock their hidden potential. With the Tarbles, since they start out as SR, this is why it's going to be even more of a grind, and why you need to collect 60 of these medals from stage 3, because you are going to need to Dokkan Awaken an extra 4 copies, which is 10 medals apiece, to the SSR Dokkan, so that when you Dokkan your super rank 10, you will have to Z-Awaken him again to get to the UR to be able to unlock the ability to hidden potential him. So a little bit of extra, well, quite a bit of extra work on Tarble actually. And then you will again have to Dokkan Awaken the Tarble a second time and max his level out. And then you will just have to Dokkan Awaken the Gotenks once, max his actual level out. Get the secondary copy that is rank 5, also Dokkaned all the way up for both of them, because once you are done with the Easy A or Extreme Z area and you have them to a step 7, you will be able to get them to super 15, so you can just fuse that super rank 5 copy into them for the extra 5 levels. Now, really quickly, with these radishes, the reason you are going to need to collect 2,000 of them is because you are going to need to get 20 extra medals for Tarble and 20 extra medals for the Gotenks here from the Baba shop. That cost 50 radishes each, so you're going to need 500 for 10 medals, which will Z-Awaken or Dokkan Awaken the first copy that is super rank 10, and you're going to need an extra 10 medals to Dokkan Awaken the copy for each of them that is super rank 5. So if you go back here and you're unsure on where to get them, you're going to click the exchange down here in the bottom right corner. So click on that. You're going to go over to treasures, and you're going to click over like 6 or 7 times to the small radishes, and here you can see the Tarble medals and you can see the Gotenks medals under them. You will need 20 of each. If you plan to completely max out these characters, I would recommend maxing them out. I like maxing them out so I don't have to ever go back to them later. It's easier to just get it all done in one go. So, with that, we will get to the stages and see what the characters and team looks like and how hard they are. And we are back here about to start up stage 1 of this event. But first things first, we are going to need to create ourselves a team. Now the best lead I found is going to be up in the back right here with the Kid Goten. He has the youth leadership, which will count towards 5 out of my 6 characters, Tarble not included. But he is the best lead I found out of these characters, and I believe this whole team is free-to-play friendly, so if you are looking for that, then this could be a possible team to go with. But moving on here, we are going to take a look at our team while this is running in the background. The first character we are going to be looking at, of course, really quickly, is going to be our leader, the Kid Goten. Now, I'm not expecting a lot out of this Kid Goten. The only real thing I was expecting from him was his leadership. He is going to take a lot of damage if he gets hit by this Tarble, so I don't really want him in a lot of my turns. The only thing with his passive is he gets Ki plus 5 and he'll boost all allies attack and defense plus 10% if I have that Tech Kid Trunks in the same turn attacking. So I do want the Tech Kid Trunks in the turn, but I don't really want the Goten, so I'm not really planning on using anything with the Kid Goten except for his passive. Our second character is going to be the required intelligence Gotenks for the event. Now he can boost his stats, plus he'll get an extra boost to his stats for the first 5 turns, so that'll fall off. But a lot of these stages do not go for over really 5 turns. They might go maybe like 4 to 6, maybe like 7. So that is probably not going to be a major factor in these. He also boosts his stats by 100% for attack and defense when he does a super attack, and he gets an extra attack that has a chance of becoming an extra super attack when he's fighting one enemy, so that could come in handy in these stages because you will only be fighting one enemy at all times. Our third character is going to be the required Tarble for the event. He's got a pretty long passive that will take a second to describe, but it's also not too bad. So what he does is he'll change strength key spheres into agility key spheres, which is actually kind of useful for me because the only character that I have for strength is the Goten Kid, which I do not plan on using at all. He changes the key spheres to agility key spheres, which are what he can use, and with the other parts of his passive, the more ki he collects, he gets an invasion boost for the amount of ki he collects. So if he collects 3 or more ki, then he gets an extra 5% to his evasion boost. If he collects 5 or more ki, he gets another 5% on top of that. And if you're able to fit in 2 or more other Vegeta family category characters onto the team, which there are a couple of other ones that I'm not using, they will pretty much all be Kid Trunks, then you will get another 30% chance to evade attacks. So overall, that will be 40% if you're able to get the 5 key spheres on his turn, which is why him changing strength key spheres into agility key spheres is very useful. Now, the fourth character on our team is going to be the Tech Kid Trunks that we mentioned before. There's not really a ton to mention about him like there was with like Tarble, but he does have a medium chance of performing a critical hit, which can be very useful in the Tarble stages. It can also be useful in the Gotenks stages. Even though you have type disadvantage, you can get a critical hit, and doing more damage is always useful, but you will have to watch out for him getting hit by the Gotenks. So if you can get hits in with him, that's fine, but don't put him in a place where he's going to get hit too much. The fifth character on our team is going to be another intelligence Gotenks. We are going to call him the Ghost Gotenks, and his passive helps him change key spheres into rainbow key spheres, and the more key spheres that he is able to grab himself, he will heal your team for HP 7,777 per key sphere. Don't really like saying that. We'll just say like about 8k per rainbow key sphere he obtains, and he'll also boost his attack and defense for each rainbow key sphere he's able to obtain. So he might be able to help take a couple more hits, and he might be able to get more key spheres for other characters and get some chains going on and get some stats boosted for them as well. Now the last character is going to be the Little Rangers Trunks Goten Marin combo. This character we're mainly bringing for the second stage because they have type advantage, so we want them to be able to dish out some damage and be able to take some hits. They don't really have a fantastic passive like some of the other characters. They will boost their attack and defense by 100%, but they are going to lose 5% of that attack and defense for each turn that passes, up to 10 turns, down to 50%. So again, like the other Gotenks that I talked about before, I'm not expecting these stages to get to 10 turns, especially with the amount of HP that like I have on my team. Either by like turn 5 or 6, I'm either going to win or I'm going to lose. So that's going to not really factor as much with their stats dropping. But if you were wondering why they are doing less damage as the turns go on, or they are taking more damage as the turns go on, that is something to watch out for. And with all my talking done in the background now, let's finish up this stage right here. See if we can one-shot him with the rest of his health. Nope, not quite. But as you can see, they are taking damage very well. And kaboom. So these stages weren't too terrible to do. It's just managing your characters. Obviously, since they're free to play, I would recommend getting them maxed out on their hidden potential supers level before you bring them in. But other than that, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and see you all next time.